Drawsome, and today we are going to be drawing something that gets used a lot in like video games and that sort of thing, and you know, especially video games, I think. Or if you're into drawing schematics for things you want to make, we're going to draw daggers. I know it sounds a little odd, but it's one of those things that's kind of out of the blue, but sometimes you need to draw, you know, a hand holding a sword, but we're going to draw daggers. So the first kind that I can see here, I mean, I used to practice throwing daggers, which that's an entirely different video. Let's see, we're going to draw, it's more of a medieval type dagger, and you want to start with, I always start out with the blade and draw just like a very, very, very pointy triangle. And then it's got the part that connects to the handle, like so. And then there's gonna be, because we're gonna make this a double-edged, you have that line coming right down the center, like that. Can you all see this? I've got so much stuff on my desk, it's hard for me to make sure that y'all can see. Just move some things around here. Is this better? Let's see if I can tilt my camera over a little bit. There we go. I think you can see now. I think so. Okay, so to continue, the hilt on these very medieval looking daggers, normally you'll see them where they come up this way, but handheld daggers most of the time will have something that's pointed towards so it does double damage. Like that. And then you bring it up to right here. You see that? And then the handle, and we're probably gonna go off the page here just a little bit. Being a little bit big, but that's okay. You'll get the whole gist of it. This would come across, and then we'll start putting in like a leather strap around the handle. And we're just going to put these diagonal lines, and then this part can just end like a circle, like a oval, more or less. Like that. Let me get pointing like down. And then we're going to want to put just a little slight bump to show that that's something that's wrapping around the handle. Like that. Do it on both sides. Like that. Have this coming more in front of that. Like so. And then, I mean, then you can like start decorating it and putting, you know, different what's the word? Decorations, you know, like imprints into the metal and things like that. But we're just going to keep this plain. So, let's shade a little bit under here. And maybe under each piece of leather. Like that. And then, yeah, under the hilt too, show that it's a little bit of a hangover there. A hangover, yeah. Okay, and then to show that this is like comes up at an angle, we're gonna make one side darker than the other. Just like that. And make it just a tad bit darker under there. Like that. And the top of the hilt, we can make it look a little bit rounder. Like that. So there. This would be a pretty good dagger, I think. Yes, I do. Now, if you wanted to show that it has like an edge on it, go just on the inside of the outside line, just ever so, just a little bitty fraction of a millimeter, just teeny weeny little edge there. We'll do the same thing on the other side so that it shows like there's just a little bit of an edge. Like that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, and then the difference between this type of a dagger, which, you know, like if you play any kind of video game, this would be like a ninja type of, or a rogue, or something along those lines. Versus throwing daggers. So I'll show you how to draw one of those. And the handle's quite different. Simply because you don't have the grip portion of it. It's a little different. And it looks so dark on this screen. So you have like a rounded bottom. And the reason why they're made this way also is for balance. So they balance the metal out so that they are perfectly balanced and easier for throwing. And then they come out. Now these are some really nice ones. Like that. I haven't thrown daggers in years. A long time. The ex-boyfriend showed me how to do it. Oh my gosh. That's been a long time ago. And the handle, in order to get it balanced correctly, because this part is going to be a lot heavier than the handle, of course. It's got a lot more metal to it. We'll have holes in the handle. And they do this in order to keep everything balanced, but this is also for aerodynamics also. So we're going to, let's see, we'll do this side, the shadow side again. So we'll color this in just ever so slightly. So that looks a lot darker. And then this will, I know this is going to be counterintuitive, but this is like a mid-tone on the top. This whole thing here will be dark. And I think I might do something just a little bit different today. Simply because, I mean, why not? But I'm gonna pull in a charcoal pencil and do a little shading on these, kind of show you how that would be done. Make this a little more three-dimensional looking. This edge right there. I think sometimes people get a little bit kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to draw that, but it's okay. As long as you have the basic shape down, you will be able to do this. So here's just a charcoal pencil, and I'm just going to go in here and do some shading, because metal should have that where it's dark, but you can see that it's got a little bit of a shine to it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm only using charcoal because it's, one, handy, and two, it has this really, it's very easy to smudge and give you the nice, has like a nice texture to it. And I like using it. I've always liked using charcoal. Now, if you've been watching any of my smart art video this month, you'll know that they gave us colored charcoal to use. I was kind of like, never used that before. And I don't know, it's okay. I think it could have had extra colors in it, because the colors they gave us were kind of bland, and I guess I'm used to soft pastels having such vivid colors. I think that's probably what my biggest problem is. But I do like using charcoal because it definitely gives you a nice blendability. And yeah, you can get a lot of tones out of it just from blending. And with something that's made of metal, you want to have just a little bit of the two-tone going on, so that it really does look like metal. Like that. That looks pretty good. Let's do the same thing to this throwing dagger. Move this up. So we're just going to put in just ever so slightly. I'm going to darken this side up. So this gives you guys a little bit of something different to think about when it comes to, you know, I mean, you draw, you know, like a rogue with double daggers in his hands or something like that. And this kind of gives you that tool to go, oh, okay, that's how they're supposed to be shaped. This isn't the greatest charcoal on the face of the planet either, just saying. This isn't what came out of the Smart Art box either. That stuff is a lot more high quality. This came out of one of those cheapy art kits. I'd have to help this, get this along a little bit. Get rid of those scratch marks. Because we want dark here, mid-tone, and then light. To kind of show that this is made of metal. Oof, this is the worst charcoal pencil ever. And we'll fill in this whole edge here so that that's the side of the handle. And that these are the insides of these holes here. Like so. Oh, we might go up the edge of this blade here. Just ever so slightly. And draw in the edge of this side. Like so. And then I think I might switch back to my pencil. Help fill in some of these gaps. And darken up where it's supposed to be dark. These are normally like, almost like black metal. When you look at them, they look very, very dark. They're not very shiny. this could be very, very shiny. That looks good. Heck yeah. And we'll just continue down the handle. Like that. Awesome. Those look good. I'm really happy with that. So there's our two types of daggers. Kind of the medieval, kind of hide it in your bustier type. And then your throwing daggers, like what ninjas use and people who like to throw knives use. So yeah, I hope you got something out of this, because these came out cool. I really had fun with this. So yeah, I hope y'all followed along, and if you did, please make sure that you post it on Instagram with the hashtag Drawsome Squad, and you can tag me in it too. Please do. I want to see all your art. And just like Tara Corvus here did. Love you, honey. And she's every week. So yeah, make sure you follow along. Draw me some daggers. Draw me some orcs holding daggers. I'd love to see that. That'd be great. And until next week, I sure do love y'all bunches. See you later. Bye.